Can AI take over your computer? A few months ago, I designed this simple software which essentially records any input you do. Like, I could head over to Google and type whatever I want, and then click around on some random stuff, and every action I just did gets logged by the program, each in the form of a packet. So now what I can do is stop the recording, and I'm able to play it back, and it does everything exactly how I just did it. My hands are literally off the keyboard. It's doing it all on its own. And as it completes a sequence, that's it. That's all it does. But I started thinking, what this is just a macro. You have a specifically designated start point and end point for when you're telling us to do stuff. And when it replays it later, there's no wiggle room. It does precisely what you just told it to do with no deviance, which is extremely useful for a lot of tasks. But I'm not happy with that. I'm a lazy bastard. I wish it was possible to just leave it on and let it learn everything you do, and then let it decide for itself which actions are useful and which aren't. And when it becomes time, it's not only able to replicate what you just did by itself, but it's also able to generalize every single action you've done. So that's why I spent the next 4 months engineering a complete AI desktop assistant, 100% trained off of the user's actions. And I want to be clear, I never want to work on a video this stupid again. There's a reason no one has done this before. Here's how I did it. So in order to get started, I want to try getting the AI to do a pretty simple task. And for that task, I chose Minecraft, because a lot of the games inside of it require quick chest looting skills. This usually means getting the sword to your first slot and either stone or wood into your second slot, along with some other tools if you may want them. Now typically this means being an absolute normie and manually hovering over each item that you want and manually clicking into the slots that you want it to go into, and then continuing on with the game. No one likes doing this. So just to start off, let's build a private scenario to test it out on. Get a chest and fill it with some random loot. Yeah, that looks about right. Now we could get another chest, pressure plate, get the cords of this chest, and we're going to take this and just throw it in here, and now we have a self-refilling chest. Cool. This chest will never change what's inside of it, so it's super simple for the first task. But in order to get this to work, I need to revamp everything in the macro. And for that, I actually want to put it in an already existing software called Zelsys. Zelsys, which even though yes, they are the sponsor of this video, it's for a good reason. You see, they somehow made the world's first fully universal, undetectable hack client. And yes, what you're seeing right now is completely real. I was shocked the first time I heard about it. How Zelsys works is when you're playing games, every single frame of it gets captured and ran through a neural network trained on 25,000 hand-annotated images found across several bit games, each labeling vital parts of the body. So that means regardless of what you play, it is always able to aim exactly where you want, accounting for both recoil and bullet travel. It is extremely good, so if you want to check that out, it's the first link in the description. I recommend you give it a look because it's also going to feature everything that I'm working on in this video. So if you like what you see, download Zelsys. And with that clean sponsorship, I was able to get access to all of Zelsys' valuable source code, which is going to be helpful for this project. Like, look, now I got my own little super macro module in it. I mean, look how sick it is. You can do a oop, and you can hide all the stuff if you want it off. Add some things like, do you want the AI to record clicks? Bam! Do you want to record drags, and how often should they be checked? Bam! Keyboard, bam, and a bunch of other stuff that I might do in the future, but we'll see. Now, if we want it to loot, we need to know when it's actually inside of a chest. We can do this by constantly capturing screenshots and downscaling them. And what is a screenshot but just an array of RGB values? So all we have to do is wait for some time to pass, and if a new screenshot comes in, we can take the RGB values for both of them and then find the absolute difference between the two arrays. Then count how many channels are below our threshold of 10, and then divide that amount by the product of the array, leaving us with a similarity score between the two screenshots. And this was pretty fun to play around with, just watching the similarities fluctuate whenever I change my screen. It's able to measure how different my screen is between different windows. Anyways, what we could do is if that similarity score is high enough for the frame in the past, we know we're probably inside of a chest again. So we could find all the packets from around that time I was originally inside the chest and automatically replay them. And with that, it was time for our first test. What the hell is this? I literally can't control my cursor. Can we? I'm going up now. Okay. God, what kind of spirit has summoned within me? What the hell is this? No more of that. Alright, I've done some adjustments. Come on, please just grab the blocks. Bro, just grab it. Brother, what is that? Alright, so it's walking me back on and off the pressure plate to reset itself. It's learned behavior, which I don't want. Alright, I made it stop recording packets when the cursor is in the center of the screen. So any action outside the chest, like walking, should not be recorded. It's that sticky keys? What? I'm about 90% sure I just got contacted by aliens. Alright, yeah, this needs major tweaking. So to get more relevant packets, we need to come up with a significance score that's saved within each packet, which is estimated by taking the focused window's position and dimensions and scaling them with the monitor's resolution to get a standardized location, which is flexible between different processes. Then by comparing this fixed location's distance to all the other fixed locations, we could generate a significance score. And then using this when we're collecting packets, all we have to do is
rewind time
and go backwards so we know it's to drop off in either time or that significance score. And then doing the same thing going forward, we now have a better crop out of a valid memory. So unless I utterly wasted the past few days of my life, this should work. Alright, let's grab the items. There. Do it again so it gains confidence. And do it again. Holy! Wait, that was so sick. Oh, absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, okay, it works. There we go. Back to back. We hit it with the 3-piece. Oh, of course we do. 4-piece. Oh my god. Oh my god. That's so satisfying. I love it so much. So, you know, there's that, but let's be real though. If the chest looked any different, the AI would... I gotta get this video out. I have an idea.
Kene asked me to come to America, so I pulled this bag out and I guess I'm packing. Fucking Steve Jobs looking ass. Yeah, I'm addicted to fucking list comprehension.
Alright, I got the Zealous CEO here. He's going to be my slave for the next 35 days. And we're going to be adding everything possible to that module. We got gummies. We got a gummy gecko. That's going to keep us up. It's going to go hard. Yo, you should not have it on max. Holy... They give you a proper, hey?
Right now I'm just getting PyCharm and everything set up, but I've got a lot of ideas for stuff we can add to the module.
So we started planning how we should get it to dynamically find things on the screen. And I built some code that adds a cropped screenshot of wherever you click to every packet. And then using that cropped screenshot, we could try matching it to where it is on the screen later. And even though I just got it to click on these blocks here in this example, there were several issues trying to integrate this into the actual code. So just for a little bit, we stepped away from Minecraft to try getting it to work on aim trainer games. You know, those simple ones that try measuring how quickly you could click on targets and gives you a result based on how well you did at the end. Very good for us testing this new system, but we needed a benchmark to try beating.
I'm gonna do this once. One time. I hate doing this.
Speedrun? Oh damn.
Oh, that's like actually one of the fastest I've ever done. I'm never doing it again.
You gotta get the bot to beat that. The parameters were set and we had a goal. I started going through and reformatting so much of the code to try getting this to work seamlessly, such as coming up with a system that identifies looping sub-memories inside of a bigger memory by comparing the similarity of each packet's array, and then merging the ones compatible into one looping packet that won't stop replaying itself till there's no more of it on the screen. And with that, we got our first version working, and look at this baby go. Why is it slower now?
It's like so slow.
What the hell? That's unusual behavior. Yeah, it was pretty bad. So, in order to figure out what was going wrong, we had to unmask the situation. Really find out what's going on underneath the hood and where it's trying to click. What the fuck is that? Hello?
What the
Hello?
fuck is that?
Hello?
Dude, that's like, no, that's like a, why does it look like a bump map?
You see the graph? It's like it looks like a dashboard as Star Wars.
Oh yeah, it does.
Completely gray.
What is happening in this screenshot? Like, what the fuck? So it's like seeing like lines in places.
Oh, so why is there just a blip there? It's the volume? Okay. It's taking super long because it has to search literally everywhere on the screen for both red, green, and blue channels. So by modifying the search area from being the entire screen to where it actually tends to be, based on the focus process's position and dimensions, we get a much tidier view of where we're actually probably trying to click. And look, it actually is more confident on where it should go now. But for a moment when we were testing, our website for the aim trainer went down. So we went exploring and we found another site. And you won't believe this, but they publish people's results. And we knew what we had to do. We're going for #1 in the world on this website. What's the current record on this shit? Oh, so we got Roblox users on the top. Alright, so let's look at the activity. So they got 1,320 points, 19,000 points, 3 misclicks. Alright, we should be able to beat that. Alright, I have to be quick so we can learn. Click. Holy yeah! It only took 2 clicks and it learned. Oh, no, don't slow down on me, come on. There we go, yeah, speed back up. So close. This sound effects. Alright, we passed that one dude and scored that got 19,000. We're going for #1 in the world. Oh my, no. What the fuck? Alright, I didn't. Was that like 75,000?
Yeah, it was.
Dude, that's just so beautiful. The fact that I could just learn this like random ass task with just like 2 clicks.
Yeah.
I fixed the issue. And with that, the site said we averaged 281 milliseconds per target click, meaning we're now much faster than a human at clicking. So as me and Zin went to bed that night, joyful that it now works, he told me, we should add sound effects. I think this would make a good sound effect. Oh, crazy. High quality. We need class.
You could like flick the window.
Yeah, I was thinking that, but like, would people get mad at us? Flicking window sound effect?
That's pretty. Oh, that's good.
We're just gonna be going around flicking random objects. Gonna go hard. Flick, new flick object. Ready. That hurts my finger. Get a rock. ASMR. Goes hard. I think that might make a good clicking sound effect. Oh.
Tell me what's that? Random ghost dog.
Watch the art. That's great. That's some class. Yeah, sound effects. Oh, I think that's good. Time to put in the audio. Time to tune your ears. I'm done editing the audio.
Alright.
Audio 1. Audio 2.1. I kind of like this one.
Yeah, for clicking. That's a mouse.
Yeah, it does sound good.
It sounds like an actual mouse click sound effect. It doesn't even sound like
It
we
was
made
rocks.
it. Maybe that is the keyboard and then 10 is the mouse.
Number 2 for scroll.
What was 2 again? Oh, the like the wait.
Sounds like a frog.
Goofy. I don't know if we can use that.
Yeah, perhaps the scroll sound effect is a bit too goofy. I get it. So I took the courtesy of swapping it out with the grinder booting up sound. No one's gonna know. Anyways, after a few more small improvements, we went back to the original aim trainer and began running trials. Wait, again? No, why did it die? Yes! 160. I want to get it, have an absurd score, and then hit save score. I want to see what percentile this bot's in. 181. Oh, that's a full! It almost hit try again. Hey, try again. It's going for. I have to F9. I have to kill the program. What was that? 143 or so?
Yeah.
I can't even hit save score. The site is bugged.
Oh, is human benchmark down?
We shut it down. We shut down the site while doing this. I need to do it one more time. Come on. Good results. Oh, that's a full.
Big money.
It hit save for me.
Save
The bot's so smart. So with that, it was now time to get back to Minecraft. And to ensure each chest was random, I created a little chest randomizer that gives me a new chest every time I won. And now it was time to start training it.
Off of this good night item statement.
What the fucking Geneva Convention code is it? Why is it clicking there? Like, where do you even get that from? There were so many issues, and just about all of them fit into one of 4 categories. First one being, every time you do an action, like a keyword press for example, it sees that you did it and then takes a screenshot, which oftentimes means the item is gone, and the packet that has the saved screenshot becomes useless now, because it's going to try looking for an empty slot when it wants to replay itself. The way around this is because we're already constantly taking screenshots, we just have to seek one of the more recent ones before compression, and the item is there again. But there's still more issues, like the fact this black stuff is here, which only appears when you hover over the item in the game, which makes the item harder to look for when your cursor isn't already on it. So I made it programmatically rewind itself till it finds a screenshot that isn't completely off it. And then by gently moving the X and Y slightly towards the center of a nearby saturated area to make up for misclicks, we can now crop the image better by sending 4 lines out from the center with the instructions to go till you reach the harsh color change and increase tolerance as you go on. We now turn this garbage screenshot into this hot sexy bastard, which is way easier to spot on the screen. The second issue, however, is a bit more tricky. The current system only goes back and finds the first example of when you've done the action, like looting a chest, and steals all the actions performed then, but that's not really good for what we're doing, because these chests are random, and often contain items one time that don't exist in another. So we need all the memories of doing the task so we know all the possible things to look for. But that's not really possible with our current screenshot comparing algorithm. This is because the chest UI only takes up a small portion of the screen, which means sometimes it's avoiding certain memories because the background is different. So in order to accurately collect every instance of when we're inside a chest, what we need to do is, as it's comparing frames, it generates a mask based on similarities, which will highlight the center chest part and darken other areas. And then when we're evaluating, we only look at the pixels inside the mask region. This allows us to much more reliably get all the memories that's correlated with the chest opening. Then by generating RGB histograms for all the items left, we can remove all the possible duplicate items. But the unique items left over are unsorted. And how do we sort them when they're just floating around freely in the time dimension? Well, we could do this by comparing the time difference for each batch relative to the start time of its group, to better arrange them into a theoretical sequence. Very simple stuff. Did I plan on doing it? Nah, I'm too lazy. Instead, I spent 3 hours yelling at ChatGPT to do it, knowing damn well at any point I could have just done it myself, but oh boy, this was just so much funnier. And eventually I just gave up trying to get it to write code and just hit it with the, you stupid f***ing model, get a brain, you gripless soul, with an attached error, into which it provided some fixed code, which wasn't fixed at all. If there's an issue, then specify the exact input that fails, instead of just raging. If you actually want it fixed, give me the test where it doesn't work. I used your OpenAI reasoning model, and all I got was nothing out of your OpenAI stupid ass mouth. I was so tired at this point. If you actually want your function fixed, give me the exact input where it's failing. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time. I've never seen ChatGPT this mad before. It's okay, we made up, and I ended up just coding it myself. So now we have all the items we need to look for in the correct order, but we still have a final issue. Clicking appropriately. Sometimes, just because there's an identifiable item on your screen that the AI knows you like clicking, doesn't mean you always want to click there. Like in this moment where I'm flying around aimlessly because the macro keeps pushing my mouse down trying to click the block that's in my hotbar. Horrendous stuff. So what we could do is create a 10x10 array, which just simply represents a screen. And what we could do is whenever we want to replay an action, we just look for all the prior times we've done that action, and scale the coordinates of where you've done that action to fit the array. And by layering all those together, we get a general idea of where the action likes being done on average. Then when we want to replay the action, all we have to do is compare all the top places where it thinks the item is on the screen, and then take the minimum values between both the confidence that it's there and the value of where that lines up on our mask. So only actually click spots I've clicked before. And I would be lying if I didn't say implementing these features along with the stupendous amount of other things didn't absolutely destroy my time. This took so long that eventually I stopped recording footage of me working on it after the addition of terrible just terrible 7.mp4 and terrible just terrible 8.mp4. It was a sad time until eventually this happened. Yeah, look at this. Oh, wait for it. Look at it go. Look at it go.
That's pretty good.
And it was finally good enough to step away from Minecraft to add more features. Zen and I hooked up a pretty neat outer screen glow based on the actions it's performing. Green means it's recording actions or listening to them, and red only shows up when it's intervening. And there's also keybinds to toggle when listening and intervening should be allowed. Also, when it's doing actions, you can move your mouse to break out of it at any point, which feels pretty satisfying. And by further analyzing the down click coordinates for whenever you use the mouse, and comparing it to the release click coordinates, we could see if the distance between them is far enough, we could count as a dragging motion.
Ooh, it dragged.
Oh, look at it's bringing the rocks up. Where did that rock go?
Did it just put a rock into orbit?
Yes, it's trying to get that rock up. Oh, it's so funny, it brought it up so fast that it killed it.
0.1 is very fun.
Oh,
it does drag it.
Yeah, it drags.
Oh,
look at that.
Sick.
Playing with the rocks.
Oh, that's sick.
It loves the rocks. And I love how like it puts the cursor back for me very nicely. I'm using telekinesis. I'm like Magneto for rocks. But now I want to try testing how actually useful the AI is with doing general repetitive tasks, and what other place in the entire world has more of that than any Roblox game. Oh, surely. Look at this picture. Supermarket Simulator. Surely this is all just like the simplest thing ever. Hell yeah. Closed. Open. Come in. My brain rot shop. I'll have to manage to catch it. Yeah, it's exactly like I thought. This is so stupid for booting up the super macro. Sugar powder, and then money. Alright, this game, yeah, I can literally take my hands off my keyboard already. Surely it's also pretty good at golf, right? Funny thing is, like, it tells me to shoot quickly, but I don't actually need to. As long as I get it perfectly straight line here, then the AI knows what to do. So yeah, perfect straight line basically, and it's doing it for me. Holy, what the? Okay, was that scripted? What? All I gotta do is line this up perfectly straight. Surely, come on. Come on. That's nice, bro. The super macro just destroys the game. It's so easy. So after playing a few more games, I think I get the idea of how useful the super macro is. But in order to prove its usefulness, I want to try comparing it to how good a person could do. So I decided to create my own Roblox server that's at obstacle course to try testing this out. The only issue is, this is gonna be scuffed. How the hell do I do anything in this? Oh, I could zoom in. Okay. Whee. I have no idea how to create Roblox games. Yeah, That's a part. I don't know what I'm doing with it. Scale. But that didn't matter. I began grinding and learning Lua, which is Roblox's programming language. And after a good few hours of coding and developing later, the obstacle course is finished. And who better to test it out on than Zen? Okay, so first of all, I'm glad that the spawn pads work, because I didn't even I didn't even know if that would work. So here's the activities. There's a basketball hoop. You have to make 10 hoops here. Next thing, whack-a-mole.
What the hell?
Gotta click these like orange round things. They're supposed to be moles, and you have to click 100 of them. They go really quick.
It's supposed to be moles.
Alright, next thing. You just gotta drag the red balls into the other pan. I was running out of ideas for things. Like, you can click and drag them all.
So you're gonna go or what?
Yeah, I could probably just let you go first. Hit the start button on the timer.
Oh god.
There you go.
Oh my god. How does this work?
You just walk into it.
What the?
Then you look at the target and you click. There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Now click the moles with your
This is
finger.
tough.
Yeah, they only say it for like
it's
0.4
client side.
seconds. Yeah.
No, I just clicked reset on the timer.
Alright, and the moment you go back up and your time continues.
I attempted to click the moles more than once. Ah.
There you go, there you go. Now drag the balls! All they have to do, it's okay if they roll out.
Oh
It's
god,
not
they're so
usually,
laggy.
but they only have to touch the pan. That's it. They just have to touch it. What the?
Wait, I have a strat. Here we go.
What are you doing?
Putting the bottom pan to the bottom of my monitor so I can just
Yeah.
smash them in there.
And go on the golden platform. Oh, crazy. Okay, so I'm gonna have to probably like look at some footage real quick to see what your actual time was.
Oh, it doesn't matter, I'll just do it again. Alright, here we go.
Alright, now you know what to do. Now just get a good score and don't reset the timer.
Whee!
Go! Go, go, go!
Run.
Ooh,
3:31.
3:31. Alright, that was crazy.
That's like almost the same time that I got last time, but this time I didn't reset the timer.
Alright, time to give this little obstacle a shot, and hopefully everything doesn't absolutely collapse. And go! Oh, one move. Okay, that was quick. That was quick. Alright, now time to just sit back and let it do its thing. I'm not gonna do anything more than just click like 2 moles.
Moles, here we go.
I love relaxing and not doing anything. Letting all this manual labor go to Zelsis and not Super Macro. And 100 moles.
Moles.
Oh no, I might have set my camera up in a bad spot. Okay, it learned that I like dragging the balls, so now it's going ahead. I love dragging balls. Find all the balls and drag them, and that's nice. That's a 157 split.
Damn.
That's Jesus. That was really quick. All right, 157. You think your 331 could try beating that?
I'm surprised.
I want people to like actually see that like you're like tryharding this. So I kind of want to like let you at least have a few attempts.
Alright.
Start your grind. Sigma grind set. Human versus AI. Come on, you got this.
Ah, I clicked on the chat.
What's your time at right now?
2:21.
Oh yeah, Super Macro would have already been done. There you go. What's your time?
3:18.
That's an improvement.
Freaking moles. No, I'm doing terrible this time though. I'm resetting.
Okay, no need to go that far.
No, you dog.
Stop them barking moles!
No. No.
What I made it do is, oh, the door opened like a bit ago, by the way.
Okay, that's okay. Yep. We're not doing that again. That was the best one as well. Oh my god.
Run from it, hide from it. Destiny still arrives.
Give me the fucking ball.
Oh,
Ew. This game. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. It didn't even. That's so. Moles, man. These moles. You want to just go through the round? I swear to God.
you're zipping the balls across so angrily.
Shut up. Hate this.
Oh, there you go, door's open. And
This game.
what's your time?
2:56.
250. Okay, that's still a great improvement. Good job.
I'm leaving.
Come do a promo for Zelsis, so you don't have to endure stupid tasks like this ever again. Hey, welcome back.
Celsius is way better than doing this manually. We can also do it for other games as well. A lot of other games.
Shout out to
hell yeah, I'm
Zelsis!
flying. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Seriously, if you want to try the Super Macro out for yourself, it's available on Zelsis. Zelsis, of course, also comes with an absolutely awesome undetectable aimbot that works for any game. So if you want to support me, I highly suggest you check out Zelsis. Also, if you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you were to subscribe. Please, this video took nearly 6 months to make. I don't think you understand how annoying that is. Please, just please.
Better. Wait.